Integrator Media is here at the Future Hospitality Summit, and we have with us Mr. JS Anand, founder and CEO of LEVA Hotels. So, how's your day going today?
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you
Lovely.
for taking out time to talk to the Integrator.
Pleasure's ours.
Thank you. So, Anand, could you walk us through your professional journey and the key moments that led to founding LEVA Hotels?
I think there was a gap in the market. We still lacked a lot of upscale 3 and 4 star products, more in the lifestyle sense, and more simpler to build, uh, more focus on public spaces, and kind of taking out the local culture in design, art. That's what we were focusing on, and with an element of technology. So I think the Middle Eastern market had that gap because most of the brands or hotels within the region were largely focusing on luxury. So it started with Dubai, and then we decided to go to international markets.
That's great. That sounds really amazing. So, how have your global experiences influenced your approach to managing hotels and ensuring guest satisfaction?
I think, first of all, being a hotelier, it is important to get exposure in different markets. Starting my career in India, which is a very customer focused and guest centric market, which generally has a higher ratio of staffing to a room that could define better customer service, guest satisfaction, and cheaper in terms of labor. So, India's level of hospitality and the quality of products that we create back there are of another level altogether. And, and they are not from now, they're from the 1980s, 90s, with great quality brands like Taj and Oberoi. So I trained with Oberoi, I trained with Marriott in India, and then I felt that I needed a rounded global experience as far as hospitality is concerned. So I decided to venture into Southeast Asia, that is Thailand and Philippines, and then England. And then finally I spent about 11 years in Vancouver and Toronto. So that gave me an exposure in the North American market, a part of the European market, and the Asian market. So I think customer needs and customer expectations are different in different markets to a large extent. But the philosophy of hospitality remains the same. It's not very common to have a washer dryer on each floor in India because they're used to giving their laundry by calling housekeeping. But it's very common in the States to have those kind of concepts in 3 and 4 star hotels. Same in Europe. And India did not capture a lot of lifestyle brands. They only believed in larger luxury brands, very prototype. Everything was bigger and better. In our case, we're not looking at bigger and better. We're looking at what's more effective and what's more needed from a local market perspective. So we create brands and hotels. We have created brands and then localized hotels based on whether it's needed for Africa or whether it's needed for Europe. Now, guest retention and guest satisfaction in Africa could be a challenge because there is lack of training, and lack of processes and procedures. People are not responsible enough. They're not accustomed to following rules. So that's a challenge market. Europe at one point did not consider that hospitality needed to go the extra mile. But now Europe is changing. Europe is looking for more quality, more quality staff, but they're importing the staff from Asia now because they don't have the locals, Europeans, who want to work within the European market post-COVID period. Expectations from different markets. It depends from on different markets. So there's no standard formula. You need to understand each region separately.
So I see how it differentiates from region to region there. All right. So moving on, LEVA has been recognized as one of the top UAE hospitality brands going global. So can you share more about your expansion plans and the launch of your five-star brand?
We are looking at expanding into markets that require hospitality products like ours in more the upper mid-scale and four-star. That would be, I'm focusing on opportunity markets like Egypt, Morocco, Africa, North Africa, like Tunisia. Then I'm looking at markets like East and West Africa, Rwanda, Uganda, Ethiopia. West Africa, we've already got a presence. We've got a presence in Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, that's Uganda, Ivory Coast. Then we have presence in Zimbabwe. So I think we're looking at more opportunistic markets like Namibia, Gabon, Sierra Leone, Malawi. Currently, we have about 1,980 keys signed up, and we have about 2,500 in the pipeline, but not necessarily signed. And the last region we are looking at is entering Europe. So we have identified some assets in Hungary, Austria, Montenegro, and Serbia. We are potentially looking at those markets also.
That sounds great. So how do you keep your employees motivated and happy in such a demanding industry?
I think give them the development. I don't give them jobs, I give them careers. If they want to grow, we have all the tools. We invest in training. We don't sign bonds. They can go any kind of international training as long as they exercise the right kind of talent that they want to go up the ladder. And I think you need to have, every employee comes with a different set of skill set. And you need to focus on what they bring to the company. And you need to churn that out and understand employees than looking at them as a number. And I'm a people person. I'm a hardcore Marriott trained guy for 11 years. People come first to me, guest, and then comes brand growth or profitability.
That's great. I mean, anybody would love to work with you then.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Let me ask you one last question. So what are your main takeaways from the FHS event, and how do you think it will impact the future of hospitality in the MENA region?
I think it's a showcase to the different blends of people that have come for this conference. One is designers, architects, technology companies, plus you have operators and developers and investors. I think it gives an opportunity for them to see what's new in the market, coming in every sense, right from design to technology, plus the kind of brands that have been launched, plus discuss what could happen for the future also, what could be implemented or what could be introduced.